Hello everyone, welcome to SST College of Arts and Commerce. This is SST Edupedia. Myself Assistant Professor Reena Mishra. Today my topic is project planning. This topic is from the subject of commerce for FY BCom and the topic is business planning process. What is business planning process? First of all, business planning process is very essential stage to determine when to start and when to complete to achieve and attain the business objectives. Right from the planning phase till the attainment of the objective, the business plan has to undergo various different process and various stages. So today in this session we will understand what are the different process the business planning has to undergo. First is analysis of internal environment. Internal environment refers to the environment within the organization which is related to the vision, mission and the strategies and policies of the organization. So the internal environment is actually consists of the manpower, competence, commitment and dedication. The manpower, what is the manpower or the staff of the organization? For the completion of the objective of the organization, the business, the manpower or the staff plays a very essential role. The dedication, sincerity and the honesty as well as the discipline is the key component for the accomplishment of the business objective. Competency, that is the skill and the expertise the manpower owns. Commitment, their honesty towards the duties and the dedication, how honestly they are discharging their duties towards the accomplishment of the business objective. Machines and tools, mere sincerity and honesty of the personnel is not enough unless and until they are provided with the important resources which is important for completing the task. That is the availability of machines and the required technology. It is to be noted that the machines and technology should be updated from time to time. That will help to control the cost as well as to maximize the production. Management labor relationship. Management and labor relationship is very important to avoid the conflict and to earn the dedication of the labor. There should be a win-win situation. Management should frame the policies which is for the labor and for the labor which is labor friendly, as well as the labor or the lower level management should also work with their wholehearted dedication towards the achievement or the policies laid down by the management. They should respect the rules, they should respect the policies of the organization which is laid by the top level executives, that is the management of the organization. This will result into the healthy and long lasting relationship between the management and the labor, which is very important for the existence and prosperity of the business. Management. Management refers to the overall framing of policies. The manpower or the level of management which is responsible for efficient completion of tasks should be well versed with the policies as well as the way of getting things done from the people. These all points must be taken into consideration. This all components, that is manpower, competency, commitment and dedication of the personnel, machines and technology, management labor relationship and the management are the part of the internal environment. Next is analysis of external environment. External environment is that environment which is not within the control of the business, whereas the internal environment is within the control. So, but again, when the business has to deal with the external environment, they have to take into consideration various constraints, various challenges as well as the opportunities of the external environment. External environment consists of the government policy. Every now and then with the change of the political system, with the change of the policies of the government, the business has to adopt the current business policy, and they have to be very dynamic in accordance with the government policy. Competitor strategy. There is a cutthroat competition for the business organization in almost all the sectors, and to survive in the market, it is very important to understand the strategies of the competitors. Unless and until the strategies of competitors are analyzed, it will be very difficult to survive in the market. Therefore, it's very important to understand the competitors' next moment. The next is customers' requirement. Last but not the least, the customers are the main target for which the business is created, the business is set up. Therefore, to keep into consideration the requirement, the preferences and likes of the customers are very important, because if the customers are taken for granted, it will be a biggest threat for the existence of business. Therefore, the likes and preferences of the customers must be taken into consideration. Along with that, not only the core product, but in association with that, the after sales services must also be very much informative, very much cooperative and customer friendly. This is how the external environment analysis can help a lot for the planning of business. So first of all, the internal environment is analyzed. Secondly, the external environment is analyzed by the business. The next process is setting of corporate objective. The corporate objective is divided in three different types, that is short-term objectives, medium-term objectives and long-term objective. Short-term objective refers to the objective which is on day-to-day basis, or let's say for 6 months or for 1 year. This is called a short-term objective. The short-term objective is very important to attain the long-term objective. Whereas whether the short-term objective is in accordance with the long-term objective or not, that is determined on the basis of medium-term objective. So short-term objectives is from day 1 or 1 month till 1 year. Medium-term objective refers to 1 year to 3 years or 5 years, and long-term objective refers to more than 5 years or 3 years objective. Hence, the short-term, medium-term and long-term objective helps to determine whether the corporate objective, whether what the company or the business has to achieve within the stipulated time period. The formulation of strategy is the next objective of the business. The formulation of strategy is also formed in the different layers, that is corporate objective. Corporate objective is formed by the top level management. Top level management are responsible for framing the corporate corporate strategy. Corporate strategy are the topmost strategy which is for the business organization. To achieve the corporate strategy, the strategies are formed at the divisional or departmental level, which is known as the division-wise business strategy. Now, each and every division or department draws the strategy to which is ultimately for the achievement of the corporate strategy. The next is functional strategy. Functional strategy is formed at different functional or the operational level, and operational strategy is to have the production or the record of the production of different departments. The next stage is arrangement of resources. Once the strategies are formed, it is the next process to arrange the resources to work towards the attainment of those objectives. The resources are divided in three types: physical resources, capital resources and manpower resources. Physical resources refers to the land, building, machinery, technology, etc. Capital resources refers to the availability of fund, financial aspect, financial availability, which is very important to organize the other resources. The Availability of other resources depends upon the availability of financial capacity of the business and manpower. Finally, capital and physical resources alone cannot attain the objective unless and until the capable or efficient personnel is recruited. Hence, these three different resources are organized for the attainment of the objective. The next objective is selection of the best strategy. Various strategies are drawn. Out of that, the best strategy is selected. The strategy must be related to mission statement, the mission of the strategy which helps to attain the mission of the business. It should fit to internal environment. Again, the strategy should be such that it can be adopted within the organization. It should not be out of the scope of the internal environment of the organization. And it must be related to the external environment. The business has to operate within the external environment, so it has to take into consideration various external factors such as government policy, government licensing, then the competitors' strategies, as well as the changing fashion among the taste and preferences among the customers. So that is the external environment which is taken into consideration. So the best strategy must be the combination of all these three different elements. That is, it must be related to mission statement plus internal environment as well as the external environment. Next is allocation of resources. Allocation of resources is to facilitate or to provide the resources, that is availability of resources to do the business, importance of activities, and what is the management philosophy for attaining the objective. All these things are again very much important as the business planning process. Next is implementation. After passing through different process, last but not the least, implementation takes place. Implementation refers to the final execution of the business plan. Starting from the determination of internal, external environment, formulation of strategies, then allocation of resources, availability of resources, selection of the best plan, the implementation takes place. Implementation is coordinated with the direction and the motivation. Directing refers to guiding or directing the manpower, that is by defining their role, defining their duties and responsibilities so that they can discharge their work at the best of their capability, and at the same time motivating or encouraging the employees or the staff members to attain the objective. This is very, very important process, because in this stage actually the business plan take place in reality. Therefore, the implementation must be very, very effective. And lastly, review of all the process. Review refers to the feedback and the analysis how far the objective has been successful. So review is equally important as the other business planning process, because review helps to analyze where the shortfall arises and where the business process has to be improved, whether it is as per the plan or not. Hence, these are the various stages the business planning has to go through, and with the successful implementation of this process, an effective plan is created. So this was all about the business planning process. I hope you all are clear with the today's concept. Thank you very much.